You are listening to KLRN Radio, where liberty and reason still reign.
All writers are prone to becoming so attached to our characters and stories that we struggle to see why a passage may not be working. It takes another set of eyes to help us nurture our writing to full maturity. At Black Wolf Editorial Services, we strive to enable writers to develop and grow, shaping stories into masterpieces that can stand the test of time. Editing services are provided for all genres and all age categories. Services range from critiques of the short story through to the line edits of the full-length novel and copy editing for those preparing for publication. We also offer assistance on generating a writer's bio for your websites, as well as help with those book blurbs and promotional material. We won't abandon you to the masses. We want to celebrate with you in your successes. Black Wolf Editorial Services, nurturing your writing into maturity. For a full list of services and prices, visit us at blackwolfeditorial.com.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems, listen carefully. Do you feel like you're losing control over your finances? If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, we can help you take back control. The IRS is the largest and most aggressive collection agency in the world, and they can seize your bank account, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Take control of your tax problems now by calling the experts at Tax Mediation Services and take advantage of the Fresh Start program and new laws that may allow us to negotiate a settlement for the lowest amount possible. Our team of tax attorneys and enrolled agents can stop collections and get you protected so you can take control of your financial future. Tax Mediation Services is accredited by the Better Business Bureau. Call now for a free case review and a price protection guaranteed quote.
Call Tax Mediation Services now at 800-610-9050. That's 800-610-9050. 800-610-9050.
KLRN Radio has advertising rates available. We have rates to fit almost any budget. Contact us at advertising@klrnradio.com.
This is Slickery Trigger for Rebel Road Tactical. With proper care and feeding, your pistol will be ready when you need it. There to save your life. Shouldn't your gear be that good? Whether you need a holster for comfortable everyday carry or a tough-as-nails holster for your next training course, Rebel Road Tactical has what you need. Check us out on the web at rebelroadtactical.com.
Tired of paying outrageous prices for Viagra? Well, we have great news for you. Now you can finally get Viagra at huge discounts. Healthy Man allows you to save up to $500 on Viagra. Why pay U.S. pharmacy prices of $15 per pill or more when you can get Viagra for less than $3 a pill? Call today and get 40 Viagra pills for only $99. This can cost as much as $600 at your local pharmacy. You can't afford not to call us. If you want Viagra at the lowest prices, never pay $15 a pill pharmacy prices again. Get Viagra for less than $3 a pill. Call 1-800-516-7602 today and save up to $500 and get 40 pills for just $99. Healthy Man is fast, easy, and affordable. Operators are waiting at 1-800-516-7602 to take your call right now. Call 1-800-516-7602. That's 1-800-516-7602. Again, 1-800-516-7602.
You are listening live to the Vito and Vito Show. Disrespectful to the executive branch.
I would remind you that extremism in the defense of liberty is no vice.
Don't sign the damn deal, and the president won't.
Therefore, I do not believe that the majority can vote a man's life or property or freedom away from him.
And we're live here in the Vito and Vito Show. I'm Vito.
Yeah, I'm Vito.
Oh, and it's great to have everybody here tonight as Vito and Vito talk about the events of the world.
And our last bold predictions for the 2016 election.
That is true. This is the last time you're going to hear our two big mouths speak about this stuff. And
until next week.
Until next week. And this is it. We're going to predict the presidential election.
We're going to call it.
I'm going to call it.
Okay, so you can come back after Tuesday night, re-listen to the show, and say, wow, how do they know so much? And we won't tell you.
We won't.
But you'll know that we gave you the right answer. So go bet. Go bet on who's going to win the 2016 election.
So take your odds. All right, Vito and Vito, for those of you who don't know who listen, you don't know what you're listening to. Let my co-host explain what it is that's entering your ears and settling in your brain and processing into your long-term memory. Go ahead, Vito.
Well, we are two college-age millennial conservative libertarians at a liberal hellhole, Brooklyn, New York, where we're committed to defending the principles, Vito, of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. You see, Vito likes to sit here and mouth and mimic me as I'm trying to speak. And he's saying the correct words.
I am, and every week we do this, you keep effing it up. I mean,
No, 'cause
every
you make me laugh.
every time we do this,
because you're copying me.
Every time we do this,
you're mirroring
and the
me.
script has been the same for years. We haven't changed
So
it.
I can't change it a little bit?
The opening line, and then you didn't know what you were saying, so you ran to the Declaration of Independence. and
you made me
used
laugh.
3 words.
You threw me over.
Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
Well, that is what we defend.
That isn't a bad idea. Actually, I got no problem with that. I think we should change it to that.
Oh, look at
Vito
that.
and Vito, two conservative libertarian millennials at a Brooklyn hellhole.
You know what I mean? And you're mirroring me.
All right, this is getting out of control. All right, so go ahead, check out the website, www.vitoandvito.com. Give us a follow, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Vito and Vito Show. Like we said, two college-age millennial conservative libertarians out of Brooklyn, New York. We're talking about the election here in 2016. And it was interesting, Vito, because for the entire process, throughout the entire thing, as two former Ted Cruz supporters, we finally see, and we're both on the Trump train.
Yes.
It took you longer to get around.
I'm more on, like, the caboose.
You're on the caboose, and you know, I was more on the Trump train when Cruz first dropped out, and it's all up to you. However, I think Trump is going to win, and I think he's going to win the landslide.
I don't think it's going to be a landslide, but I do think Trump will win.
Okay, why not?
Well, in order for him to win a landslide, Vito, basically he has to win every swing state, and every state we're looking on the map that we've been doing the last couple weeks, if you want to pull that back up, which is Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, Florida, Georgia, Nevada, New Mexico, North Carolina, Pennsylvania, Michigan.
Pennsylvania's going to win Pennsylvania twice, Vito.
According to you.
I firmly believe Donald Trump is going to win, because if we look at the map, Nevada, he's going to win. There's no doubt about it. Arizona, he's up by 5. Utah, we'll get back to that in a second. What's so funny?
No, he's just going to make the whole map right. Like, look,
Absolutely.
it's obvious he's going to win.
He's going to win Iowa. He's going to win Ohio. He's going to win Florida. He's going to win Georgia. I have this deep feeling he's going to win North Carolina. And, of course, the question is he going to flip Pennsylvania? I firmly believe he's going to flip Pennsylvania. He's going to win that state, which means Donald Trump will get to 278, and then I don't care about Utah and that idiot Evan McMullen. I don't care about Wisconsin. I don't care about all these other states. That's Trump's plan to victory. The only way the man is going to win is if he wins Pennsylvania, or he turns Michigan, or he turns Wisconsin. One of those 3 states, he wins. There's even talk that he's going to turn Virginia, and if that happens, Vito,
right, and New York and California.
Yes, and then New Mexico, California, Washington, Oregon, Minnesota. I mean, look, Vito, we're almost at 400 electoral votes. All right, I'm telling you, Donald Trump is going to win this election big. But seriously, he just needs to win either Wisconsin, Michigan, or Pennsylvania in light of, and everyone knows this unless you've been living under a rock, Hillary Clinton being investigated by the Federal Bureau of Investigations. I find this to be the biggest slap in the face, the biggest wake-up call that we've ever seen in politics, bigger than Watergate.
But go back to the map, because let's assume that Hillary wins Pennsylvania.
Okay, so she wins PA.
Okay. Now, how accurate is this map right now? Because they're giving Hillary 258 guaranteed electoral votes, which basically she needs, like, Guam to win.
Well, this is the standard map. You get the math we're using, by the way, 270towin.com, 2702TO-WIN, WIN.com, C-O-M, www.
We get it, Vito.
270towin.com is the website. And if you go there, you can go ahead and use the interactive map. I think Real Clear Politics has something as well. But the point is, you can go ahead and you can basically forecast what states you think are going to turn and where they're going to go. Iowa, I don't see why I want to go to Trump. It's going to go to Trump, no problem. Nevada, he's come back and he's up by 5. He's going to win Nevada. He's up 5 in Arizona. I don't see why he would lose that state. Ohio, he's up by 5, maybe 6. Florida, it's a dead heat. I don't see why he can't turn Florida. And then
I'm clicking read that because that's dead heat.
Okay.
Continue. You
got,
got,
Georgia, he's going to win. There's no problem there. And of course, you have North Carolina, where Trump is staging a massive comeback. The North Carolina polls, last time I checked, because they have been changing, have Donald Trump sitting pretty much head-to-head, neck and neck, with Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton at 46.8 for Trump, 46.6 for Clinton. It's a dead heat, and it's been amazing, considering Trump has made a resurgence and Clinton has made a terrible downfall. And the momentum is on Trump's side, Vito. I cannot understand why he would not win this election. The momentum is on his side. I can see him turning North Carolina, which means he's in a great shape to win. And it's all because, right now, Hillary Clinton is being investigated by the FBI for emails that supposedly she gave every single one of them over to the Justice Department. Her and her husband, her lover, Huma Abedin. Supposedly all those emails were turned over and given to the FBI during the investigations. However, the FBI comes out and reveals 650,000 emails were on Huma Abedin's computer, shared with America's favorite pervert and not our former congressman, but relatively close to our district, Anthony Weiner. I know.
He just needed the scandal.
He checked into a sex rehab.
Oh! See, I never understood those.
He said he checked into a cyber sex rehab. No phones, no communication, no nothing.
Cyber sex.
Well, he never really cheated on Uma. What he did was he just sexted. He was just a wild sexting maniac.
Really?
The biggest problem with the Anthony Weiner scandal wasn't the fact that he was taking naked pictures to me. What was the biggest problem? The biggest problem was that Anthony Weiner was taking naked pictures in the congressional gym. Why? For the love of God, is there a congressional gym? Oh yeah, I can care less.
The use of the congressional gym.
Why? No. Why is there a congressional gym in the first place?
That's a problem. Mm-hmm. Not sending nudes of his wiener to underage girls.
That's all. That could be another problem. That could be another problem. You know, he never cheated on his wife. He never slept with somebody else.
I think his wife would be kind of upset.
His wife was upset. She ultimately separated him in August of this year.
Dude, that's a lot more than Hillary did with Bill.
Yes, however...
Okay, but you worried about the congressional gym.
That is my biggest problem.
Who's working out? John McCain's rolling around over there?
I don't think John McCain is rolling around, period, and I don't think those who do use the congressional gym, that just goes to show you taxpayers' dollar going down the tube.
Didn't Obama, build a basketball court in the White House?
I think he used half of a tennis court to do something like that. What's your point?
I'm just saying, look where the taxpayer dollars is going.
It's going to stupidity! Not to mention $1 million used to pay for a soccer field in Guantanamo Bay.
We're letting them play soccer.
No, we built a field for them for $1 million and let them play soccer. I can't make this up.
That's ridiculous.
But there's a bigger issue here. Can Donald Trump win? Look, let's talk about Hillary Clinton here for a second, because the woman is being investigated, as I said, by the FBI.
Now, you would tell me that this is it. This is the whole election. Donald Trump immediately won just because of this.
Well, as everyone knows, this is a once-a-week show. So when we went back last week, the news came out on Friday, the last week in October.
It always breaks right after the show.
And, yeah, pretty much. That kind of sucks. Anyway, so it breaks in October, the last week of October, last Friday in October. And Hillary Clinton is said to be under investigation by the FBI. Now it gets even better, because as she's under investigation by the FBI, it happens on a Friday, almost a week before Election Day, and Trump is already gaining momentum. He was down by 11 in the polls. Then the Real Clear Politics average had him down by 9. Then they had him down by 6. Then they had him down by 3. So he went from 11, 9, 6, 3. Now this breaks. Donald Trump is leading in Nevada. Donald Trump is leading in Georgia. Donald Trump is leading in North Carolina. Donald Trump is leading in Florida. Donald Trump is leading in Ohio. Donald Trump is leading in Arizona. So who's to say the momentum is not behind Donald Trump in the very last week of the election? It's on Tuesday. I don't see where he can go wrong. Unless the man gets up and is caught screwing Corey Lewandowski on a backstage bus somewhere with Billy Bush and Alyssa Machado, and it's one big orgy. I highly doubt Donald Trump is going to lose this election.
Now, this is where you go wrong, because...
That the orgy is not possible?
No, it's very, very likely, very possible. But You see, Hillary Clinton's being investigated by the FBI.
That's right.
Now, to any normal thinking person, this would be a big deal.
Kind of is.
Right?
Kind of.
Because we're normal thinking.
Yeah, I get it.
But the people many people, not just the Democrats, but many people do not care. Nor are going to use the excuse, well, she's only being investigated, doesn't prove anything. And they're not going to prove anything until well after the election. So I think Hillary, it's not over. It's not like she's in prison right now. She has a very good shot at winning still. A lot of these polls in the margin of error. I still think Trump will win, but I'm not making such a landslide like you said.
I'm sorry. I think that there is enough information there to put Donald Trump over the top, and it's only because the momentum is going his way. As a result, momentum is going his way. He's closing the gap in the polls. He's focused on the teleprompter. He's been giving a key number of speeches on issues. He's been talking about the repeal and replacement of Obamacare. He's been talking about the wall. He's been talking about the whole Drain the Swamp program. He wants congressional term limits. He wants to impose all these different restrictions on congressional authority, on lobbyists. So he's coming forward with all these great ideas. And Donald Trump is giving the people what they want. He's giving them an alternative to Hillary Clinton. And the people who are voting for him, who have changed their vote at the last minute, the people in early voting states who are committed to Hillary Clinton and now want to go ahead and have the option in some states to change their vote before Election Day, can do so and are doing so in record numbers to vote for Donald Trump only because the man is presenting ideas. He's giving voters a reason to vote for him. I wish he would have done this earlier on. But it doesn't matter because he needs to do this now to go forward in order to win the election. The momentum is on Donald Trump's side, and I firmly believe it's going to take him over the top. We went on Wednesday night of last week, talking about how Donald Trump needs to keep talking, keep on message, and win this election. Then Friday breaks, Hillary Clinton's under investigation by the FBI, and those stupid voters, Vito, as you want to call them, doesn't matter. Those stupid voters might be stupid, but I don't think a lot of them are that stupid, and they are not going to vote for someone who's under investigation by the government she seeks to hold. So there you go. I firmly believe Hillary Clinton is going to lose this election. She's not going to lose. She's going to lose in a landslide, and that's going to put Donald Trump as the biggest FU candidate and possibly biggest FU victory to the political establishment that we've ever seen.
I hope so. I absolutely hope so. But just because she's being investigated does not mean that she's found guilty. And
now,
remember, that's what these people are thinking.
Well, that's the kicker. Brett Baer says that Hillary Clinton's private email server was hacked by possibly five foreign entities. 5 foreigners have hacked, supposedly, according to the FBI, Hillary Clinton's private email server because it's not secure. As a result, Hillary Clinton is kind of screwed because classified information may or may not be contained on that server. Chances are it is 650,000 emails. You mean to tell me none of that stuff is classified? Irrelevant. The point is confidential classified information is found on that server. I'm pretty sure of it. And the foreign entities hacked Hillary Clinton's server, putting U.S. national security at jeopardy. Number 1. Number 2. This is so easy to hold Huma Abedin and possibly Hillary Clinton and John Podesta under the charges of perjury because when they all said they cooperated with the FBI and turned over all these documents and all this information and all these emails, all these computers, all these technological hardwares with the FBI in their investigation of the Clinton server, they lied. There is 650,000 emails, almost half, or more than half, rather, excuse me, of 1 million emails sitting on Anthony Weiner's laptop. I mean, the man who was sexting children underage, the man who was sexting with his son in the picture, it's on his laptop. The biggest fool ever to run for office, and not for nothing, Anthony Weiner.
I don't know, that's pretty...
Anthony Weiner is the biggest fool ever to run, because the man had, I think, a lot of potential to be a Democratic powerweight. And as a result of his stupidity, he put himself in this situation.
Well, we see that with countless politicians.
But you know what? This kind of sucks, because if I am Anthony Weiner, I do want to go down. If I'm going to have a sex scandal, I better be one of the best sex stories you've ever heard in your life.
You mean the sex part or the fact that it's bringing Hillary Clinton down?
No, the sex part. Think about Anthony Weiner for a second.
I would have a sex tape, number 1. No stories, no word of mouth.
Want to prove it.
Yeah. Because you never know. People accusing you or whatever. Or maybe they lie.
I mean, the point is, why would you want to go down as Anthony Weiner? He didn't do anything. He didn't do anything memorable. What he did...
Memorable, yeah. Except for the sex scandals.
But what? It wasn't a sex scandal. He just sexted. That's embarrassing.
Yeah, that's like...
Like, you don't want to go down like that.
It's like American Pie kind of thing.
Right, you know what I mean? Like, it's not fair. By the way, Anthony Weiner's the biggest ass there really is
did
ever
you
to
see
run.
the pictures?
What?
Did you see the pictures?
They were all over the New York Post. They were all over the Daily News.
No, the unblurred out picture. I didn't see them.
No, because most of the pictures it wasn't like full-on photos. There were a couple of them. I didn't see them. I just saw the blurry part in the newspaper. But most of them with him without a shirt on and a towel, taking a picture in front of a gym mirror. Other things are him taking a picture of his crotch, like the bulge of his crotch from his underwear. And then there were some more graphic ones. But the point is, Anthony Weiner going down for that is embarrassing. And if there's one person the Trump campaign needs to thank more than anybody else in the world, it's Weiner. Trump better praise the Weiner, because there's only one way this man is going to win, and it's literally by the bombshell that was given to Trump by the FBI. And I'm so happy that they're actually going to pursue this. And there's even reports the Department of Justice was told to stand back. Loretta Lynch's Department of Justice, the same woman who was from Brooklyn, New York. Why are these people in government?
They're corrupt.
They're corrupt people in government because the Department of Justice said to the FBI, supposedly, there are allegations out there, that the FBI should stand back its investigation of the Clinton Foundation and Hillary Clinton's email server because it wouldn't be right. There's not enough evidence. They were trying to persuade the FBI not to get involved. And it's bull. It's absolute bull. And I'm sorry, if we're going to do this one way, and we're going to do this one way only. Hillary Clinton should be tried. A grand jury should be summoned. And we should finally get to the bottom of this email issue.
She should be kicked out of the country.
Depends. I don't know. Could be arrested for treason. I would have been against it.
Yeah.
You know, right?
If you can get Obama on treason possible, you can definitely get Hillary.
It's been known that Hillary Clinton was using a pseudonym to make contact with President Obama under her private email server. She knew about it. She knew she couldn't have it, and yet she continued to still have it.
Who's the pseudonym?
What?
What was it?
Oh, I don't know. Deep Throat. No, I don't know.
Really?
No, I do not know the pseudonym. I mean, what do you think about it, Vito?
Who a pseudonym could be?
No, not the pseudonym, you idiot. I'm talking about the situation.
Well, you know, everyone's gonna love Anthony Weiner if Hillary Clinton goes to prison, even though he's sexting children, which is how quickly Americans forget. But Hillary Clinton, the same stuff is going to continue if she wins, and this is sick to think about that. The sitting president, could be arrested if she wins, because we've seen politicians be reelected and elected into office while being investigated, and then later go to jail. We've seen politicians in this country win while in jail. So
not in jail.
Yes.
No, I'm not in jail. No, I'm not in jail, but as being indicted, another investigation, another trial.
No. In I forgot what state. It was like a suburb of a major city.
Yeah.
And like an assemblyman or some like committeeman, like it was a lower position, the local level, was in prison and was reelected.
Really?
Yes. It was a forget about a moment,
Right,
last year.
Go back in the tape.
Go back, rewind. But it's possible. It's happened. And leave it to this damn country to mess this up. This is so easy. She's being investigated. I don't know how you can mess that up.
Well,
but you have to convince people who are so thick-headed and stupid. So that's the toughest job.
Well, I don't see why not. I mean, the woman is being investigated by the government she seeks to run. That should be a big cause of concern.
I want to talk to people who are really voting for Democrats.
Oh, we're gonna break down some of the arguments when we come back from the break. Good segue. We're gonna break down some of the arguments when we come back from the break. Can't believe this crap. We're gonna read Vox stories. We're gonna read Salon. We're gonna read all these liberal rags, and we're gonna go ahead and we're going to rip apart the liberal argument as to why Hillary Clinton did nothing wrong. You're gonna laugh to hear these rationalizations, and then forget about it a moment. So don't go anywhere on the Vito and Vito show. We'll be right back after this.
Who might you save?
Your mother, your father, your husband, uncle, aunt, son.
Learn FAST, F-A-S-T, the sudden signs of a stroke, and you could save.
Your friend, teacher, boss.
F, face drooping. A, arm weakness. S, speech difficulty. T, time to call 911. F-A-S-T. That's F, face drooping. A, arm weakness. S, speech difficulty. T, time to call 911. The sooner they get to the hospital, the sooner they'll get treatment. And that can make a remarkable difference in the recovery of
your neighbor, the waiter, grandmother, grandfather.
So learn FAST, the sudden signs of a stroke, then pass it on, because you never know who might save you.
Your wife, your colleague.
Spot a stroke fast. Visit strokeassociation.org, brought to you by the American Stroke Association and the Ad Council.
It may be hard to believe, but people just like you are already saving money. FeedThePig.org makes it easy. Their simple savings plan teaches you how to start saving without going overboard. So you don't need to mooch off your friends.
You gonna finish that grape?
You mean the one in my mouth?
You don't need to stop buying the necessities.
What you're smelling is a natural musk.
Ew.
You don't need to be a medical test subject.
How do you feel?
Mostly okay. Sometimes, though.
You don't need to get a second job as a stuntman.
We need a new stuntman. Let's break for lunch.
You just need an internet connection. Don't get left behind. Start your personal savings plan with the tips and tools on feedthepig.org. That way, you don't need to sell your soul to the devil.
$15 is the best I can do.
All right, deal. Brought to you by the American Institute of CPAs, the California Society of CPAs, and the Ad Council.
Fighting the Common Core standards? Need a powerful tool to help inform others on this harmful education initiative? You're covered with Common Ground on Common Core, the collection of essays by 20 top education experts and activists. Reviewers call it the best single resource on the topic. You can share it with literally anyone. Order your print or digital copy of Common Ground on Common Core today. Just visit resoundingbooks.org. That's resoundingbooks.org. And get $2 off when you tell them Vito and Vito sent you. Paid for by Resounding Books Pack.
It's important to plan ahead for emergencies, like the storm. When it kicked in, we had a plan. We were able to get in touch with each other in no time.
Idea how to find each other.
The whole experience was fine.
The most frightening 10 hours of my life.
If there's one piece of advice I'd offer other moms out there, it's to stay calm and keep to the plan.
Some parents plan ahead, some don't. Make sure you know where to find your family in an emergency. Start your plan at ReadyPA.org, brought to you by ReadyPA, FEMA, and the Ad Council.
Alright, we're back here on the Vito and Vito show. Check out the website, www.vitoandvito.com. And can you stop mirroring me?
Give us a follow at Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Vito and Vito show. Get assertive.
Oh, I'm loud. I'm the loud Vito. Listen to me. Can you hear me better now because I'm loud? Come on, what else you gotta say?
The riffraff here is just
riffraff.
Unnecessary. Anyway.
You started.
Yeah, a little bit.
Unbelievable. Like reality radio. So what do you talk about, Vito? Did you look up your little articles about Clinton supporters defending her? No?
I did, and I got it here. From Vox, someone at the FBI thought it'd be a good idea to bring up a 15-year-old investigation, Clinton scandal. That's the name of the article, and it's ridiculous because if you look at the meaning of this article, they are trashing Hillary Clinton. I'm sorry, they're trashing, the FBI and Director James Comey, who is still a fool, by the way. I still firmly believe that. Trying to right the wrongs of what he did wrong.
Right,
by not summoning a grand jury in the first place and allowing the destruction of emails.
Whatever they found Hillary had to be so bad and such enough evidence that they had to come back to it a second time.
Well, I'm a firm believer in that. Absolutely. That's a theory I subscribe to. And this is what Vox is trying to say in the article, is that it doesn't matter. We don't know all the evidence. FBI Director James Comey should be more transparent. He should release all this information, and this should be done with. I'm sorry, but, give me an investigation ever, by the FBI, the local police department, the Department of Justice, the CIA, whatever. Give me an investigation where a government agency ever handed out the evidence that they are trying to link a person to a crime with. I thought the term was, we don't comment on ongoing investigations, correct?
Yes.
Right. Isn't that just ridiculous? They're talking about the break and the breach of tradition, how James Comey did this before Election Day. It's going to throw the election out the window. I'm sorry. But it seems to me like the Democrats are the one who want to break tradition here.
Well, she's being investigated. She was being investigated before. Okay? We've been saying she should be in prison for a while. This is not new. So Democrats can't complain. They're butthurt. Can I say that on air?
Yeah, I guess so. It's not a part of the 7 dirty words, and I don't even know if the 7 dirty words are.
I memorized them.
Yeah, that's good. Anyway, so there is a bigger issue here, and another argument used by the left. You could use it against all your friends. The left says Donald Trump doesn't mean what he says. He's lying. We get all that.
Mm-hmm.
And then they link the argument. This
right,
is from
Trump
MSNBC.
is worse than Hillary.
This is from MSNBC. Trump is worse than Hillary. Hillary Clinton at least is an experienced politician. The FBI investigation doesn't matter. She's not convicted yet. Come on. Really? The woman was investigated a while ago. Democrats praised her, gave this guy, James Comey, a medal, said they performed that standing service. Then he comes out, he finds more information. It's not his fault the news came out that he got this information handed out to him on a Friday, a week before the election. It's not his fault that this stuff comes out. It's not his fault he has to go ahead and investigate it that late in the game. Because if James Comey would have held the investigation, if he would have held the evidence till after the election, it wouldn't have been fair. Because the point is to act swiftly and with confidence.
And you have to see when they got this information.
Well, that's not fair to his part, because he never did. And he got the information on Friday, a week before the election, and he comes out, and he puts it all on.
Well, I'm sure they had the information before. They didn't just call him for Friday morning and say, look what we found.
But the information was on his desk on that Friday. Now, what does he do? Does he sit home, or does he actually make something of himself here? Does he actually go out and make a movie?
Take a couple sick days until Wednesday?
Well, I mean, that's the thing. Do you wait until after the election? Do you wait till before? And that's the kicker. So I got no problem with James Comey doing what he did. And I'm a firm believer that he should continue the investigation and continue to throw this woman.
But you won't even be...
And it leads to a Trump victory.
Yeah, but you won't even be in that situation if your candidate was not being investigated, had any reason to be investigated, because any of the email, any of the scandals, any of the crap that she's done with Bill and the rest of her cronies.
If it was a big deal in the first place, don't give it the endorsement. Don't nominate a known criminal. This woman's got more baggage than JFK. Why would you make her the nominee?
What baggage did JFK have? Okay? He was a sex icon.
Not JFK, you idiot. Talk about JFK Airport.
Oh. Alright, because I like JFK.
And he kind of had some baggage, too. Did I remind you of the Marilyn Monroe sex scandal?
Hey.
What?
That's
if you get caught in a sex scandal, that's all right. You get caught Marilyn Monroe,
that's all right.
I'm not going to complain.
Like, all right.
You get caught sexting in the congressional gym, there's a bit of a problem.
Yeah, but did he get anything out of that?
Oh!
Wiener?
I don't think so. No, remember
he failed. What was he doing?
He failed. It was embarrassing, and he was wound up sexting that girl Cyndi Leathers. Remember her? Howard Stern had her on. No, not Cyndi Lauper.
That would have been cool.
Anyway,
speaking about celebrities and sex scandals. Okay, what are you willing to do? What's your offer to change your vote for Hillary?
Talking to me?
Yeah, you.
Nothing. Why?
Nothing in this world.
Nothing in this world to make you vote for that.
Not even a blowjob from Madonna?
Whoa! Let's bring him over here right now. Here comes Madonna. Welcome, Madonna.
We have Madonna? Don't call Madonna onto the show. Okay? Never call Madonna onto the show. Okay? I don't know if people have heard, but Madonna's offering to give blowjobs. Free blowjobs if anyone votes for Hillary Clinton and she swallows. Yes. Like that. So.
Is that the sound? I don't think that's the sound that makes Vito. Something right there.
Oh, do you not know?
That's certainly not it. Okay, well, let's not do a contest right now.
Do you have one of those sounds you can click on that does that?
No, I don't, and I really want to bring this up.
Howard Stern does, why don't we?
Because Howard Stern's on Sirius XM and he has to pay FCC fines, we kind of do.
Oh, wait. We didn't say a dirty word. Is that still...
I think maybe the implication... Who cares? Listen, Madonna is offering...
Okay, but would you take that? Madonna came up to you and said, I will blow you and swallow if you pull the lever for Hillary Rodham Clinton.
This is what she said? She said these words?
Yeah! You think I made this up?
I hope not. My God.
I'm just going to say that if Hillary Clinton offered that... if either of them... No. If Madonna came up to me and said she'll blow me if I vote for Hillary, I think I would.
Yeah, everyone's pretty much in agreement here. Everybody's in
Right?
agreement?
Would you? I'm so principled. I'll go from Cruz to Trump, but I won't accept the blowjob from Madonna. I can tell that story for generations.
Yeah, but you gotta then vote for Hillary Clinton. You gotta go in and vote for a known criminal. How old is Madonna? What does she look like now?
Who cares? It's Madonna.
I was gonna say who cares? It's the blowjob. I mean,
that too. Just type in "Like a Virgin" album cover.
You know what? She's not that bad. How old is she? 58 years old. Holy wow. She's not bad at all.
Click on the right picture.
Maybe, yeah.
I'm going to do a poll on Twitter. Who else would accept this? Because, number one, if I vote for Hillary or Trump, it doesn't matter in New York. It's going Hillary.
Yeah, that's true.
So basically, I get a free blowjob.
Oh,
from
that's
Madonna.
not fair. Let's say
no. She said it, not me.
So
she made the deal.
So let's assume for a second that you're sitting there, and Madonna, you're in a swing state. You're in Ohio. You're in Florida, right? You're in Pennsylvania. Yeah, you move. You move right now for the election. You're blessed to vote so quickly.
Right, in Cleveland. And Madonna's strutting up to me, right?
Madonna's coming up to you in a bar.
She's blowing everyone.
Exactly. She's just going, boss doodle, boss doodle, boss doodle. She walks up to you. She looks you in the eye. She says, you gonna vote for Hillary Clinton? I'll give it to you. What do you say?
I say I gotta give it first. I think that's the right answer.
Anyway,
you didn't answer, Vito.
What?
Would you accept?
Yeah, sure. I'm not gonna turn it down. I don't think any man would turn it down.
I'm sure that people...
Is this the locker room talk? Is it what this is?
Oh, yeah. This is locker room talk. So I want to run for president one day. It's like, you accept a blowjob from Madonna.
And
it's
I
yes.
so want the people of the United States to understand that this is so much more important than the locker room talk Donald Trump was caught on the bus with Billy Bush.
Yeah, because this makes headlines.
The fact this woman is investigated by the government she seeks to hold.
And then she has to call out Madonna and her blowjob skills
Forget
to
the
win
Madonna
votes.
story. Who cares?
You know it's going to happen.
It's not going to put her over the edge. It's not.
Madonna blowjobs aren't?
It's not going to put her over the edge.
She needs somebody else doing the job then.
Look, I'm telling you, this is out of range right now, and Hillary Clinton is going to lose this election. I don't care
and she's
what
going
you
to jail.
say. I firmly believe that someone is getting indicted, and I think it's going to be...
Do you think Trump
Hillary.
will bail her out?
No way. Here's the question.
Or pardon her?
Here's the question. Hillary, speaking of pardons, can the president pardon himself? Let's assume Hillary Clinton wins the White House, God forbid.
Well, no.
Can the president pardon himself?
No, because by being in prison, being arrested, doesn't it mean the vice president takes over?
No. You have to be convicted.
Yeah, hello, why do you think she's going to prison?
She's not going to prison. She hasn't been convicted yet. She hasn't been indicted.
Let's assume she's convicted.
So let's assume she gets indicted on the situation.
Right. But she's not convicted yet.
She's not convicted. She's just indicted, and the investigation is ongoing. Then the House of Representatives brings up because of high crimes and misdemeanors against her. Perjury, for example. They bring up impeachment charges. She can, technically.
Well, impeachment doesn't mean you go to prison.
No, but they'll impeach her from her position, and then they're going to try to convict her in the Senate. And then any other things after that. Can she impeach herself along the way?
You mean pardon?
Thank you.
Pardon no. Pardon means anybody from prison. So she has to be in prison for that question to even come up.
No. I think we're missing the boat here.
You mean make the FBI stop going after her?
Right, because we never had a president in the history of this country ever pardon himself when they were being investigated.
But you can't.
Richard Nixon, contrary to popular belief, resigned and was pardoned by Gerald Ford. Was not pardoned by himself.
Right.
So let's assume Nixon stood in office and the investigation into Watergate was ongoing. Can he?
Yeah, but you
pardon himself.
Pardon means release somebody from prison. So if you're being investigated and indicted, but you're not in prison yet, so you can't pardon yourself. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. If Hillary's in prison, well, she can't pardon herself because she doesn't have that presidential power because she's not president anymore. See what I'm saying? But you should probably read the article in the Constitution that talks about the impeachment process and stuff.
Well, they could stop any investigation that goes along. That's what I'm saying. You could just pardon them. You don't have to necessarily be convicted.
So she can just tell the FBI to stop going after her.
Right.
Do they have to listen?
Well,
I don't think so.
That's what I'm saying. Where does that happen?
No. Aren't they independent?
See, the Constitution gives and this is from the Hill. The article titled, Should Obama Just Pardon Hillary? A presidential pardon could short-circuit some of the proceedings. The Constitution gives the president the power to, quote, grant reprieves and pardons for offenses against the United States. And it could be used here. The public is aware of the allegations against Clinton, yet she has continued to lead in election polls. If voters choose her for the presidency, the decision that the allegations are not disqualifying deserves respect, and a presidential pardon could ratify the assessment. This is an opinion piece. They're saying that they should. But I think there's enough evidence here to state that Hillary Clinton kind of can receive a presidential pardon from herself. Imagine if Obama gives her a pardon. Oh.
Obama's a different story, but how can you pardon yourself? Does she not lose her office if she's in prison?
She's not convicted of what they're saying. She can stop the ongoing investigation. Either way, I'll give you this much. Let's assume for a second that Hillary Clinton winds up where she winds up. Say she wins the presidency, she winds up behind the Oval Office, or in the Oval Office rather, behind the desk, and this woman is facing crimes before she's even.
Of course, she'll call it off.
Oof. The corruption is big, Vito. It's big and it's just awful, just awful. So go ahead, tell me, Vito, who do you think is going to win this election?
Trump.
You think it's Donald Trump, and you think it's going to be a small margin?
I think it'll be close.
I think it's going to be a big margin.
How big? Call it.
A big margin. Like I said, I'll give you the states I think Donald Trump will win. You tell me if I'm wrong. Come back next week on the Vito and Vito show. I think he's going to win Ohio. He's going to win Florida, Georgia, North Carolina, Nevada, Arizona. And last but not least, I think he's finally going to turn Pennsylvania.
And Iowa.
Yeah, thank you, Iowa. So the states are
Iowa. Utah, no?
And Utah, yes. They have this idiot Evan McMillan out there trying to throw the election in the House of Representatives. Makes no sense.
So you're giving him every state.
So I think Utah, Iowa, Ohio, Florida, Georgia, North Carolina, Nevada, Arizona, Pennsylvania. This is my list for Donald Trump. Who do you got?
I agree. I don't think he's going to flip Pennsylvania.
You think he'll win everything else?
Yeah.
So you're pretty much in the same boat with me. You're so boring as a co-host. It's unbelievable.
Well, I think he'll lose. I think he'll win Florida. But I can see him losing, I think, Carolina. Or even Ohio. But then he takes Wisconsin.
You think he'll take Wisconsin? I know he's making a comeback in Wisconsin. The question is it over?
I can see him switching with Hillary.
Anyway.
Because he needs to win those states. If Hillary wins 1 or 2, it's over.
Vito and Vito, next week are going to be with the launch of Proud Boys magazine, Gavin McGinnis's magazine, Jack Buckby's magazine. Check it out, proudboys.com. It's a great magazine. It's all about, it's like alt-right, I guess you want to call it that. I'm sympathetic to their causes. We had a whole conversation on the show about them.
It's the good stuff.
The motto is, the West is the best, and it talks about how Western civilization, Western cultures, is pretty much the right way to go. And I'm not gonna
go west.
We gotta go west. I'm not gonna fight it. Anyway, Proud Boy is the magazine, and they are launching next week. Vito and I will be broadcasting live there, either from Election Day. We might be recording. We don't know yet. We haven't settled up yet, but we're gonna have live coverage either way, whether it's on the Twitter, Facebook, or through our radio program. Stay tuned. Go to @Vito and Vito Show, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram to keep up. It's going to be a lot of fun, and I can't wait. We're going to grab interviews with everybody and anybody who's there with the launch of Proud Boys magazine. So check out that website, proudboys.com. The West is the best is their motto. Nothing wrong with that. And, of course, who's second best? Vito and Vito. Don't go anywhere, but when we come back, forget about it moments of the week and Madonna blowjobs. Don't go anywhere.
Forget about it?
Forget about it.
Forget about it.
Paul, forget about it.
Who might you save?
Your mother, your father, your husband, uncle, aunt, son.
Learn FAST, F-A-S-T, the sudden signs of a stroke, and you could save.
Your friend, teacher, boss.
F, face drooping. A, arm weakness. S, speech difficulty. T, time to call 911. F-A-S-T. That's F, face drooping. A, arm weakness. S, speech difficulty. T, time to call 911. The sooner they get to the hospital, the sooner they'll get treatment. And that can make a remarkable difference in the recovery of
your neighbor, the waiter, grandmother, grandfather.
So learn FAST, the sudden signs of a stroke, then pass it on, because you never know who might save you.
Your wife, your colleague.
Spot a stroke fast. Visit strokeassociation.org. Brought to you by the American Stroke Association and the Ad Council.
It may be hard to believe, but people just like you are already saving money. FeedThePig.org makes it easy. Their simple savings plan teaches you how to start saving without going overboard. So you don't need to mooch off your friends.
You gonna finish that grape?
You mean the one in my mouth?
You don't need to stop buying the necessities.
What you're smelling is a natural musk.
Ew.
You don't need to be a medical test subject.
How do you feel?
Mostly okay. Sometimes, though.
You don't need to get a second job as a stuntman.
We need a new stuntman. Let's break for lunch.
You just need an internet connection. Don't get left behind. Start your personal savings plan with the tips and tools on feedthepig.org. That way, you don't need to sell your soul to the devil.
$15 is the best I can do.
All right, deal.
Brought to you by the American Institute of CPAs, the California Society of CPAs, and the Ad Council.
Fighting the Common Core standards? Need a powerful tool to help inform others on this harmful education initiative? You're covered with Common Ground on Common Core, the collection of essays by 20 top education experts and activists. Reviewers call it the best single resource on the topic. You can share it with literally anyone. Order your print or digital copy of Common Ground on Common Core today. Just visit resoundingbooks.org. That's resoundingbooks.org. And get $2 off when you tell them Vito and Vito sent you. Paid for by Resounding Books Pack.
It's important to plan ahead for emergencies, like the storm. When it kicked in, we had a plan. We were able to get in touch with each other in no time.
Idea how to find each other.
The whole experience was
the
fine.
most frightening 10 hours of my life.
If there's one piece of advice I'd offer other moms out there, it's to stay calm and keep to the plan.
Some parents plan ahead, some don't. Make sure you know where to find your family in an emergency. Start your plan at ReadyPA.org, brought to you by ReadyPA, FEMA, and the Ad Council.
And we're back here on the Vito and Vito Show. Check out the website, www.vitoandvito.com, and I will talk loud and proud, just like the other Vito. You happy? Is this better?
That makes me feel
You
better.
have to put the teleprompter in all caps if you want me to talk louder, okay? Like Hillary the other day when she was yelling and flying off the table. I'm sick and tired of the shit.
I think that was the funniest thing in the world is when I saw Sean Hannity. I don't know how I came across this. It was months ago, but I wish praising Trump, praising the teleprompter, praising him, saying this guy is so good. Look how he reads that. He reads it so well. I've never seen somebody read a teleprompter like that before. And I'm like, oh my god.
Look how he reads. Anytime with the teleprompter with them speaking, I think of was it Bruce Almighty when he changes all the words? I want someone to do that to Hillary. Just change it all up.
Alright.
You forget about moments. Bring us there, Vito.
Here we go. Forget about moments of the week.
What? Forget about it?
Forget about it.
Forget about it.
Paul, forget about it.
Alright, forget about moments of the week. Here, the Vito and Vito Show. Break down some of the craziest moments in the world. I know you all love this thing, so give us a tweet at Vito and Vito Show. Give us a like at Vito and Vito Show on Facebook. And we're on Instagram too, Vito and Vito Show. So go over there and check out the website, VitoandVito.com. Oh, congratulations, by the way, to the Chicago Cubs winning their World Series. Haven't won in 108 years. Congratulations. To the Cubbies. And no, there we go. Wrong one. There we go. Congratulations to the Cubbies. They deserve it. 108 mother effing years. That is amazing.
I know. Thank
people
God we're
have,
Yankee fans.
Thank God. I mean, people have died and have not seen the Chicago Cubs win a World Series. Isn't that something?
Yeah. That's terrible. And I'm scared because I'm a Jet fan.
That's even worse, for Christ's sake. Congratulations.
Oh, yeah, because it's been 108 years. Okay, relax. Anyway, I'm going to ask you a personal question, and only because it pertains to the forget about it moment. And because you're on air and nobody's here, you can obviously lie and nobody could tell. When you rarely engage in these premarital sexual affairs, do you wear protection?
No. Of course. Go ahead, what?
Yes or no?
Of course, you have to wear protection.
Well, only 57% of millennials wear protection, according to a new study out.
What number?
57%.
Oh my God.
By the CDC, the New York Post is reporting this. The only 57% went down 6% from a decade ago. That they don't use them. And 48% say they never wear condoms. And they asked a few people. And somebody said they're really constricting.
That's kind of the point.
And somebody said they're not sexy. They're
Well,
unsexy.
Yeah, alright, they're putting themselves out on a limb. To me, I have no problem. You do what you want to do, but I don't want to pay for it. And I think everybody could agree with that. I don't think we should be forced to pay for people's stupidity. If they want to go out and do something like that, have a protected sex, they're on their own.
A study also shows that STDs have increased.
Yeah, I wonder where the correlation comes from, Vito.
And remember, these millennials are the future, and they'll be the next presidents.
And they vote.
And these people are voting for Hillary. Okay, you want to know who's voting for Hillary? These people.
The people with STDs, riddled with STDs. That's just something else.
They are.
You know, I mean, come on. You do what you do, that's fine, but be safe out there. It's a very dangerous world.
I mean, my college gives out the free ones. The NYC condoms.
Oh, they give out free condoms? Okay.
Yeah, female condoms. Anything you need, they have it. Toys, pamphlets.
They give out toys?
No.
Okay.
I mean, I haven't seen them yet, but I'm sure. But that's ridiculous. They don't use protection.
My God. All right, yeah, what else you got?
Well, in Palm Beach, a 56-year-old man was arrested Monday after police said he drove naked through his neighborhood with electrical wires attached to his genitals.
Where do you find these stories?
Drudge. Right below the polls for this election.
My God.
Okay, he had electrical wires attached to his... Can I see balls? Can I say that on there? To his genitalia and was driving naked around.
I mean, if you're... Oh, my God. If you're so pent up...
Pent up? Well, that was a real shocker.
I don't even know what to say anymore. But why would you... Like, why? What possesses you? Get in a car and do something like that.
Well, maybe drugs? Maybe that's a fetish.
God bless him. I'll give him that. I will give him that. This guy looks like a crackhead, by the way. Take a look at the photo. Go to VitoandVito.com at Vito and Vito Show. Take a look at the picture.
Well, the next forget about it.
Yeah, what else?
This is a good one. A drunk, naked man was caught by the police searching for sex partners, knocking on random people's doors.
I do that every Saturday night. I mean, sometimes I get bored and I'm like, I need a sex partner. And what is he doing? He's going where?
He was walking around door to door asking people if they want to have sex. Sharing is caring.
How many people picked up on it? Took him up on his offer?
I don't think anyone, because he was arrested pretty quickly. Now imagine being a cop, got to deal with that. Like, how do you, how'd your day at work, honey? I just arrested a man who attached electrical wires to his balls and drove around naked.
I can't.
Okay, we have Hillary Clinton, who should be in jail for treason and perjury. Yet, there are people running around naked with electrical wire.
Whatever.
Strapped around the genitals.
I guess it makes them happy. Anyway, Vito, let's go ahead and wrap up the show right now. Donald Trump, I project he's going to win. Not only that, but I project the man's going to win big league. And you got what on your hands?
I say it's going to be close, but Donald Trump will pull off the win. I think so.
All right. We will see how it plays out. Vito and Vito signing back on next week. Go to VitoandVitoShow.com. At Vito and Vito Show is the Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Check it out. We'll see you when we get back next week here at VitoandVito.com in Brooklyn.
It's nothing but the truth.
Who might you save?
Your mother, your father, your husband, uncle, aunt, son.
Learn FAST, F-A-S-T, the sudden signs of a stroke, and you could save.
Your friend, teacher, boss.
F, face drooping. A, arm weakness. S, speech difficulty. T, time to call 911. F-A-S-T. That's F, face drooping. A, arm weakness. S, speech difficulty. T, time to call 911. The sooner they get to the hospital, the sooner they'll get treatment. And that can make a remarkable difference in the recovery of
Your neighbor, the waiter, grandmother, grandfather.
So learn FAST, the sudden signs of a stroke, then pass it on, because you never know who might save you.
Your wife, your colleague.
Spot a
children.
stroke fast. Visit strokeassociation.org, brought to you by the American Stroke Association and the Ad Council.
It may be hard to believe, but people just like you are already saving money. FeedThePig.org makes it easy. Their simple savings plan teaches you how to start saving without going overboard. So you don't need to mooch off your friends.
You gonna finish that grape?
You mean the one in my mouth?
You don't need to stop buying the necessities.
What you're smelling is a natural musk.
Ew.
You don't need to be a medical test subject.
How do you feel?
Mostly okay. Sometimes, though.
You don't need to get a second job as a stuntman.
We need a new stuntman. Let's break for lunch.
You just need an internet connection. Don't get left behind. Start your personal savings plan with the tips and tools on feedthepig.org. That way, you don't need to sell your soul to the devil.
$15 is the best I can do.
All right, deal.
Brought to you by the American Institute of CPAs, the California Society of CPAs, and the Ad Council.
Fighting the Common Core standards? Need a powerful tool to help inform others on this harmful education initiative? You're covered with Common Ground on Common Core, the collection of essays by 20 top education experts and activists. Reviewers call it the best single resource on the topic. You can share it with literally anyone. Order your print or digital copy of Common Ground on Common Core today. Just visit resoundingbooks.org. That's resoundingbooks.org. And get $2 off when you tell them Vito and Vito sent you. Paid for by Resounding Books Pack.
It's important to plan ahead for emergencies, like the storm. When it kicked in, we had a plan.
Separated.
We were able to get in touch with each other in no time.
Idea how to find each other.
The whole experience was
the
fine.
most frightening 10 hours of my life.
If there's one piece of advice I'd offer other moms out there, it's to stay calm and keep to the plan.
Message.
Some parents plan ahead, some don't. Make sure you know where to find your family in an emergency. Start your plan at ReadyPA.org, brought to you by ReadyPA, FEMA, and the Ad Council.